Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with a should you pull and some speculation for the Vivi LD banner dropping in a few hours. I'll be discussing Vivi's upgrades and sharing my thoughts as to who else we may be seeing on this banner. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. They're both small gestures that really help support the channel and help it grow. Leave a comment down below as well with your thoughts on Vivi. I'd like to hear from you. You can also catch me alongside Raw Life and Type Zoe on the live stream every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch. I'll leave a link in the description, so look forward to seeing you there. It's a fun little gameplay and game discussion stream, so it should be a good time. Vivi is getting a small rework to go alongside his LD boards. His fire skill is now full AoE, but it does single target damage with 50% splash. The Brave hits are the full AoE. Kind of misspoke that a little bit. It's okay though. Focus is now instant turn rate and refunds after the attack, so that's nice. The LD boards give weakness damage up and HP damage up, alongside even more HP damage up while the LD overhead is active and the follow-up attacks are happening, so to speak. The LD attack, of course, hits harder as well. None of this is like super spectacular. It's not going to push Vivi over the edge or change how he plays. It's just going to increase his numbers, but at the end of the day, he's a damage dealer, and boosting his numbers is where it's at, you know? So, if you like Vivi, if you enjoy using him, if you already have him, oh, that's great. If you don't, if he's a favorite, obviously, if you pull him, he's going to do fine for you. But we're going to be seeing some very exciting units coming out in the next couple months. And if you're strapped for resources and Vivi isn't a special favorite of yours, you can get away with saving. It's probably not a banner you should be pulling for just for Vivi, which kind of pains me to say because we all love the little guy. We also have received confirmation that a new LD will be dropping with this banner alongside presumably Deuce's high armor. Deuce obviously is not getting a new LD, she already has hers. There's some speculation as to who that would be, and my vote is probably going to go for, I think the most common vote everyone else is thinking as well, Aphmau, who was on a special anniversary banner in JP, which doesn't really have a direct analog for us, so we can kind of expect it to show up just as like its own thing. Similar to how they tied the triple BT banners to the Equinox event. So Aphmau, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what she's getting on the off chance that she does show up. Basically, she's getting LD that gives a buff. It's her puppet overhead buff. It's an LD, you press it, it's a big attack, it gives her a puppet overhead. And that's all it does. Okay, I'm kidding, that's not true. It also gives her a personal buff with some good party auras, including overflow, HP damage, resist for the party, and if the party has 6 or more buffs, HP and brave damage up. Good times. It also will give one of her allies a 4-turn buff that gives more offensive stats and, more importantly, makes them take a free turn every time Aphmau acts, which is a little bit nutso. That's some good shit. The reason I suspect that we're going to be seeing Aphmau on this banner is she's insanely hyped. She's one of the big Lufania Plus hype units alongside Sid Reigns, those kind of things. And as we saw with Setzer, Square is pretty aware of our hype. They know that we're not really excited for the Vivi Deuce banner, and many people are planning on skipping it. They knew we were really excited for Setzer, so they were able to take the burst off, and we still pulled on it. So I think they're thinking, well, if they're not going to pull on the Vivi banner as is, let's stick this unit who didn't really have their own banner and has a whole lot of hype behind them onto this banner. And so I think the psychology works out. Anyway, we'll see what it's like in a few hours, and if I'll end up eating my words. I wish you luck. And fuck.